Good morning, everyone. It's Coach Josh at Dog Walker University. I hope you're doing well. Excuse my voice, but I just got in from the frigid weather in New York City. I hope you are having a warmer morning than me, but a lot of us are having a very cold late winter. So let's get through that and get to spring. Why don't we? Um, you know, it's funny. I have a 4 year old, and he's very witty. And I feel that I would get him to understand the concept of making money in dog walking very simply, even 4 years old. And sometimes I think in the pet service industry, we just need to go back to the basics. And the basics, the easiest way to increase how much money you make is to increase how much you make per hour. The easiest way to increase how much you make per hour is to shorten your travel time between visits. So knowing that is pretty easy. Knowing how to accomplish increasing, your amount per hour, that's a little bit harder, but it's definitely doable. Sometimes what it means is sacrificing even a great client who's in a location that's too far from the rest of our route. Or it means really pushing into an area that we believe in, that we could have a beautiful route or beautiful routes having people work for us and very close to one another, really having symmetry between all of them. So does that mean you have to sort of burn your ships, so to speak, and commit only to one area? It doesn't, but what it might mean is that you personally need to do that, and then for the remaining clients who are out of that work area, maybe you want to hire a short-term person, a sporadic person. Maybe you sell those clients to another service or make some type of arrangement. But to cut, they say when you're going to cut deep. If you want to make more per hour, you're going to have to feel some pain at first. And sometimes I think in small business, and especially I find in this industry, we'd rather deal with the pain we have than the pain we don't know. And I'm going to say that again. Sometimes we want to deal with the pain we have versus the pain we don't know. But dealing with the pain we don't know in this situation can lead to a complete change of our life. If you can increase how much you make, 25, 30, 40, 50%, I bet in some cases, maybe even more for the year. How much of an impact will that have on your business? More importantly, how much of an impact will that have on your life? And let's keep in mind when it comes to hiring people to work for us, that plays a big factor in it as well. That there's not too much travel time between clients because either the people who work for us are frustrated because they're doing all this traveling for this little money. And to be honest, if you're a pet service owner and you haven't heard that, then you don't know your pets, your people enough. Because I have to tell you, I hear it left and right from people who work for pet services. I'm traveling from Midtown to the Upper West just for a single client. This is so stupid. So what I've tried to do in my pet service to avoid that is I always compensate my workers as if they had a normal route, whether they have a normal route or not. So if it's my fault that they have to run around and spend twice as much time traveling, then I'm going to compensate them for the travel so they don't even think about it. And then on my side, I'm motivated to fix that problem. That is what spending money out of pocket does for you sometimes. Sometimes it's like it's a good pain for you to feel because you want to get rid of it. So if you're going to cut deep and commit to an area, then maybe you, so to speak, are burning your boats. And if you don't know that reference, it's that idea where I think it was Napoleon, came to this new country and he burned his boats. And it was sort of like, we have no choice now but to make this work. And that's pretty badass and it can be pretty motivating. So, if you have an area that you're in love with and you just know in your gut and with your eyes, you see, man, there is so much business in this area. I know I can make it work here. Sometimes you just got to make that push. And maybe, like I said, you hand off the rest of the business to someone else. But you don't do it with the sense, hey, I'll try this for a month and then I'll give up. You're like, I'm going to do this. and I'm going to increase how much I make per hour. Now, how we can do that, how we can sort of take an area and increase profit and grow our businesses, we'll talk about that in future videos. But let's go back to the basis. A 4-year-old, the basics. A 4-year-old would understand this concept. So let's really think about it.